Hello, everyone. Welcome to an airbrushing session and chatting. I'm Taco. It's great to have you as usual. And we are start painting. It looks better than I thought it was. The Master Grade Vidar. We're starting off with the silver. I had already primed these. All right, that piece looks good. We got a lot of pieces to do today. So I figured I might as well live stream it. Sorry if it's kind of hard to see, but I do have to. Painting is the main thing. The stream's kind of a secondary thing, unfortunately. Hey, John, great to see you. Hope you're doing well, sir. Just kind of a last minute stream because I was going to be painting anyways, so I figured might as well stream it. You guys have kind of seen how it's gone throughout, so it's only fitting that you guys get to see some of the painting aspect of it too. Paint has really heavy flakes. Kind of surprised. I mean, I had tested it, and I don't think it was this heavy of flakes before. I don't know. So the silver is just a lot of like the accent pieces, um, some of the backpack. Don't think it's any of the weapon. Oh yeah, it is a little bit of the weapon because it's the like the steel pole, whatever material like poles that they use either for melee or they use it for kind of like a tungsten pole type thing that just physically goes through. They just like shoot it out like kind of almost like an arrow. Right. So then after the silver, we'll do the shadows for the color in the black. And then we'll go back and do the other metals that I have to do. Just making sure to cover all areas that I need to cover. Fortunately, I don't always remember what areas are seen. So I currently have my compressor at 15 psi. I'm using my Iwata Eclipse with a 3 millimeter. The Iwata is pretty much a workhorse for 3 millimeter and under. So like majority of paints I use this guy for. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat or in the comment section later on. Do my best to answer any questions you may have. Apologize if there's not going to be a build stream today. I'm just not up to it, unfortunately. But wanted to give you something. And so I thought this would be a good something. Yeah, make sure it's all consistent. There we go. That should be good. The rocket boosters. So the rocket boosters are going to be interesting. They're going to take some time because I'm going to do a lot of work on them. What's going to happen is this is going to be kind of like a clear blue on top with maybe some red underneath a little bit further down. And that is to show like that it heats up a lot. And inside will be copper. I saw someone do that and it was just like, wow, that pops. So I actually have some copper chrome, which will do wonders. Sorry if you don't get the best view. Like I said, I tried, but the main thing is actually painting. And I so didn't use as much silver as I thought I would use. Usually the metals go through pretty fast, especially like the GSW, the green stuff rolled chromes, burn through those pretty fast. I'm pretty excited because I had ordered a bunch of the chromes from them back in the beginning or the end of March, maybe April, and they're finally coming because they had to come from, I think they're located in Spain. And so that's where they ship from. And that's why I ordered so much, because they're near impossible to get stateside. And at least till I use lacquers, it is my go-to. All right. All we have left are these annoying rods. Making sure I got everywhere, because it'd be annoying to have to go back and re- redo any of them. And because of the light and everything, it's hard to tell sometimes because of the reflections what you hit and what you didn't hit. And I just realized a lot of these, the only part I'm going to be seeing is the tip. And it's the one thing I didn't paint on any of them. Let's go back here and make sure to get the tips. Actually, I think it's the other tip that we see, but I want to make sure. There we go. Only 5 more of these to go. There are a ton of them. So right now I'm finishing a model that I've stopped like 4 or 5 times because it just has aggravated me with all the issues I've had with it. But I decided it's been a while. I've grown to be a better builder. And so I figured I'd give it one last shot. Still an absolutely awful model. But I want to finish it. I doubt it'll make the shells, but I wanted to finish it. Got to add just a little bit more, unfortunately. Well, that's good. Getting the finally the marble effect you want. Always a good thing. I haven't really dabbled into effects much, if at all. Thinking I might learn how to weather pretty soon. I think that's one thing I'm going to learn. And then another, like right now, I'm learning pre-shading. Put all this back into the cup. So, but at least my Silver is pre-mixed now. I gotta make sure to mark that. Yeah. Can't find where that cut. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Now we gotta clean out the silver. We have the alcohol. Let it backflow a little bit. Dump that out. Grab some paper towel. Wipe inside the bucket as much as possible. Get as much out. Spray it out. Okay, and then you run some alcohol through. Let's see here. Don't really see any silver, so that's good. So we're ready for the next one, which I got to turn down the PSI on. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. And we got to get our flat black. Our dropper. And our stick. Everything's already, I want to learn how to do post shade for the firelight. Post shade. Yeah, I do pre shade. And that's what I'm about to do right now is pre shade. Put a bit more there. It's shady. I don't necessarily need as much as I would if I was painting the whole thing. All right. Do our usual half and half, or about that. Grab our stick here, stir it up. Sorry, I just noticed that you can't really see me doing it, but that's kind of how it goes. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's about the consistency I want. All right, just laid down the first batch of ones I'm shading. So that I can I think I'm going to put all the ones I'm shading onto a separate mat. I think. This up a little bit. And sorry, I know you can't see what I'm doing exactly, but I'm just for my paint rack or whatever, I'm just moving things so that these are easily accessible later on. All right, we can get started. Put a bunch in there. Spray the cardboard. Pretty good. Let's see how it goes. Lightly. Some of these are so small that I'm like, I don't know how to really shade them like I want to. So I just can't do that. I don't even know how well this is going to show up because I'm using kind of darker colors for the paint job, but we'll see. Ah, that's a royal screw up. I think I'm going to turn up the PSI because it's too low, it seems. There we go. That's a bit better. Hey, Brian, hope you're doing well. There we go. Just really trying to catch the edges, and then I do something like that. Kind of screws up a little bit, but that's all right. There we go. Didn't turn out half bad for shading wise. This thing slip out of my hands. Just go up all the various dentures. Yeah. Sometimes it just shoots the paint out a little more than I want, no matter what I do. I'd love to get a micron and for like and get like and have it in a 2 millimeter just for shading. I know it sounds crazy to have a airbrush for every type of thing you do, but it does help. All right. It's as good as it's gonna get. Some of these I really could have just sprayed the whole thing, but that would be not what I'm going for. kind of got my groove a little bit now. I haven't done much airbrushing, so yeah. I say that big old splotch like that. Oh well. Like I said, I don't even know how much of it is going to show up. Like that's not going to show up at all. I just kind of sprayed it to spray it a little bit in case it did somehow show. But I'm using kind of an almost simulated black, which will probably cover most of my work here. But you never know what might show and what might not show. Either way, it'll be a lesson learned. And it's good practice. And some of this is blue as well, so but the blue is dark as well, so I don't know out of this how much will actually show. Right now I'm just trying to get these done so that they dry so that I can do the actual coat. There we go. Other than that, nothing too interesting going on. Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind and I might just do my stream today. I don't know. I'll figure it out in a little bit. There we go. Okay, I gotta lay down the second batch of this stuff, so there won't be anything going on at the moment in front of the screen. So I just gotta lay these all down real quick. And from what I understand, real quick is kind of a Wisconsin thing. Like that, other parts of the country don't really use real quick. I thought that was interesting. I learned that the other day. All right. Got almost all of it done here. Just a few more to lay down. All right. Back to work. Work, work, work. A little spray. All right. All right, that's pretty good. I'm probably a little more heavy-handed when it comes to the shading. I probably shade a little too much. Something I'm learning. When is enough and when is it not enough? I always find it interesting, different sayings that people use in different areas of the country. Like people for different terms for, uh, we call it the bubbler, but in other areas it's the water fountain. Others have it as like drinking fountain. Since I was a kid in kindergarten, it was always called the bubbler. You know, there we go. That one looks nice. I just realized like you can't even see what I'm doing. Slightly. Well, maybe that will help a little bit. Let's see. There we go. I think I was going to paint these, but I don't know if I'm going to paint them right away. I think I just might let them sit for a while. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, all I know is I got a ton of these to go through. There we go. No, one spot. Now, for a kit that's very bones and skeleton like, sure has a lot of outside parts. And this is only part of the kit. As you learned yesterday, I'm doing it in parts. Like this is part one, and then there'll be eventually a part two with both arms and the left remaining leg and the waist. This has the head, the chest, the back, the right leg, and a weapon. Oh, that turned out darker. All right. The obvious circle. Ah. I did give the primer 24 hours to dry, cure, so had every airbrush break at me at some point. So that was lovely. So I spent the cleanup also taking apart all of my kits fully and cleaning them. But they all work now, so that's good. So this will be my second kit at trying to see if what's it called? If I could pin a line on it and not have it ruined. So like this piece is going to be black, so I'm not as concerned about going a little bit more heavy on it because it's probably not going to show through anyways. But as I said, it's practice, and who knows, maybe it will show. There we go. Oh, the side. Now we're good with that. I wonder how long. I've only been doing this for less than an hour. Wow. All right. We're slowly getting there. We got 2 more colors to do as well, but there's not much to those two sets. Yep. No, I'm doing pre-shading at the moment for the primer's already on the parts. This is pre-shading, and then I'm also going to be painting a few parts as well. I'm just finishing up on this pre-shading first. Pre-shading kind of gives it allows highlighting of different panels. So like in certain areas, the the color will appear darker. Ooh, rare coffee. Was it the coffee that like comes out of like monkey butts or something? I hear that's like a delicacy. I feel like that you could just like make the monkey butt like coffee company. You probably would make a fortune. Yeah, something like that. Like I hope they wash it before they like, but like if that's the case, then like shouldn't the like what gives it the flavor be off of what it's supposed to be? I'm fairly confused. All right, that is it for the black paint. Pour the rest back into my container. So what I'll be using for the actual black, the base coat or main coat for the black areas is a Tamiya paint called NATO Black. It's a real light black, almost gray, and it should really, you'll still be able to see definition, but it's still black, so that's good. All right. Do our glow back here. I do want to thank everyone that's watching. It's great to see you. Grab our paper towel to get as much out of the cup as possible. And spray the paper towel with what you have left. And then finally, take some alcohol, spray it down here. And then all I'm doing is checking to make sure there's no more black. Which appears it's good. So our final paint that we have to mix, at least for today, there's none because we're done with mixing paints. We're on to the regular Vallejo acrylics. So first, we have a very cool blue metal. Their model airline, it is Arctic Blue. And it is a wonderful color. I really enjoy it. That should be more than enough. Spray it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's where it's at. You're not going to see a crazy amount of the blue because it's going on a gloss black, but it does still shine a little bit. It's not like it's on silver or chrome. That always looks impressive. Always like how well the foil covers. I just wish it would adhere better. It's scratch, all the water-based acrylics scratch easier. That's my only issue with it. Okay, come on. I really got to get rid of this alligator clip because it's an old one that's on a piece of wood, and the wood is splintered on the bottom. So it's really not that good. So this blue was a last minute addition. And it only goes on the weapons. That is all you're going to see it on. There we go. That is all the blue we need. So I'll flush that out in a second. We're going to be on to our final stuff, our gunmetal. And we are using the gunmetal gray. So we got to wash this out with the Vallejo cleaner. Paper towel. That's the Wisconsin accent. Oh, don't you know? That's Canadian. Oop there. Don't you know? It's kind of a mix of Canadian and Irish. At least that's how it comes out to me. This paint does not want to clean out. Usually, my Vallejo cleans out fairly well. Not this time. Run a bunch of water through. Let's see. Okay, we're good. As good as it's going to get, at least. All right. Time to put the green stuff rolled metal color, gunmetal gray. A little bit more. That should do it. That should be more than enough. All right. Hey, Zero, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you. Hope you and your dad are doing well. Doing a little airbrushing here. A little gunmetal gray. This stuff never wants to go through well. I should probably add a little alcohol. Probably should mix this one. Oh well. It is the actual color I was going for, though, so I'm pretty happy about that. Just making sure I got everywhere. Every nook and cranny. And the other pistol. This is probably the one I'll pose them with. Is the pistols. Little John Woo, Deadpool type style. Originally, I was going to paint this guy like Deadpool, but I decided against it the last minute. Don't know why. I still could probably change it. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Would save my tiny paint, which I'd like to use for a future use. Oh, that's nice. I hope you have a good one. And hope you have some good food. Ah, got my hand in some stuff. That's what it's the glove. It's not coming out good. I only got a few pieces left. Really hoping this thing gum off everything. There we go. Two pieces left. They have the ammo clip that we're doing now. Actually, surprisingly, didn't use as much as I thought I would. Cracked as I didn't thin it at all. Next time I'll have to remember to thin it. Well, thank you, Zero. I'm almost done with sushi. Okay. This is actually the last bit, so I'll be ending it very quickly here. I do want to thank everyone for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend. If you would like to donate, the link is at the top of the chat, but never expected. It's just greatly appreciated. Models are unfortunately not cheap, and neither are the paints, but that's all right. Okay, come on. Of course, now you want to throw out globs. This is unfinishing. Oof, glad I went back here and checked these ways. All right. Let's say we got it all. And there's a little spot here. There we go. Now we're good. All right. I'm not gonna have you guys watch me cleaning out the airbrush. You guys don't need to see that. So I don't think you would see much of it anyways. So I want to thank you all for watching. And until next time, be kind to one another and make sure to take time for yourself. Goodbye.